Alright guys, we're here to play some more Ratchet and Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal. We are on Iridia, fighting for, I believe, the warp pad. Pretty fun battle arena. This one, I'd say this is one of the most fun. Probably Carvu Island would come in first. This is a pretty good one. I like the map. This is a map I would love to play like online. That's something. Oh my! I just thought of this. This is something I should so organize with people if there are enough people interested. Anyone who has the PS3 version of this game or the PS3 version of Deadlocked, but you'd probably be more likely to have this one. Let me know if you're interested in playing like online multiplayer. Just like a few rounds, just for the hell of it. Like, that'd be so fun to do. I think that'd be super cool. I don't know how many of you like have the game or have the time to play it, but the servers are still up, I'm pretty sure. So we should. Oh shit! Should probably get out of the way of that thing. We should make use of that. That'd be so fun. Because who was it? Some of the ex-developers from Insomniac, I think, announced ages ago they were going to play with people, and they haven't come through with that yet. They're very busy, so I'm not angry at them or anything. But they said they would, and they haven't. So we should do that. That'd be so cool. Because I can't organize an event for this game on next gen GTA because it's a GTA site. No one has this game over there. But you guys would be more likely to have it. And I think that'd be super fun. It's that or the PDA. And I think I'm going to go with the PDA given the weapon challenge and armor challenge. Because the PDA is available on basically the next level after this. And it costs 250,000. So I think I'm going to go for that instead. So yeah, what is there to talk about? Ah yeah, this is what I heard about. Today actually, pretty recent news. Apparently Microsoft was selling out, not selling out, but they were getting in contact with YouTube partners who were partnered with people other than, well yeah, all types of YouTube partners who do gaming stuff, and saying, hey, we'll send you some Xbox One games and some Xbox Ones. Some Xbox One consoles, we'll send you some of that stuff, just so long as you, when you upload the stuff, you don't speak badly about us. We'll give you all the free stuff you can ask for, and doing some dodgy business dealings of that nature. And I think Boogie2988 called them out today, as well as a few other sources who were talking. Oh, Boogie2988 didn't call them out. He didn't leak this stuff. He just talked about the news article that was released about it. And I can't say I'm surprised, but it's just like, along with the incidents of the content ID system being misused to take down bad reviews, like people would go, oh, that's my game, that's my copyrighted content, I'm going to flag that, even though it's a review and reviews are covered under fair use, thus you can't take it down. The automated system doesn't know that, so if you see a review of your game that's unfavorable, you can go, content ID system, take this down, and you can report it, and it'll take the video down, even though it's under fair use, and you're only doing it because it's a negative review of your game. That, in tandem with this dodgy stuff where Microsoft's going, hey, excuse me, hey, you know, you can do videos of our stuff, and we'll give you free copies of our stuff, just don't speak of it negatively. Fucking dodgy, man. But they're not the only ones who do this. It's not like a Microsoft the only ones who get this shit done. It's not just them. It's all kinds of companies. To be honest, shit. Drive away. This thing only has like 73 health, and you can't refill it. So, I think I'm just gonna get out of it. I prefer to use it because I'd be saving myself a lot of weapon XP that I could use on other enemies. But that's okay. Yeah, it's dodgy, but they're not the only ones who do it. It happens all the time. It's a way more common occurrence than you'd think. It's never happened to me personally, but I'm not popular enough to be offered these things. The most I've been offered is partnership, which I've never taken. And I've never taken anything like this, and I never would. It's disgusting to me. But yeah, it's just like, you just can't trust. You got to take everything you hear with a grain of salt. You just have to to be critical of even those people you trust, because they could be in on it. That was a bit weird. Dodgy gravity. Well, I guess it makes sense. Is there a bolt under here? I think there is. Yes, there is. Quite clearly. Whoa, hey. Let's calm down. Charlie Brown. Whoa. God damn. There we go. Got a drop ship. Oh no, they're just ships that are flying up there. Where the hell did that come from? What? Are you shooting through the wall? Are you serious, dude? That's some wall hack bullshit. Come on. I know the game's a bit dodgy, but you shouldn't be programming the enemies to have wall hacks. That's not fun. So yeah, there's that. That stuff. I mean, I don't have an Xbox One, I don't care, but it's the dishonesty like that is what makes people trust. Not what makes people trust. It's what makes like these small indie businesses favorable, because they don't pull this shit. Very rarely they do. I think the people from DayZ and some other small games have done it, but generally, you can generally trust what comes out from Notch about Minecraft and what comes out about Terraria and fucking to a lesser extent Steam. Lesser extent in that they're bigger, not that they're less trustworthy. Yeah, they're just not dicks about their reviews and stuff and having these stupid policies for things. Did that kill him? Yep. Can I get the guy from here? No. Zoom doesn't quite work. Although I guess if it did, it'd be a bit... it'd kind of defeat the purpose of this entire thing. This is disappointing, really, to me, that people have to resort to that kind of stuff. Like, if you're resorting to saying, hey, don't talk bad about our product, it means you think you have no faith in your product, because you think your product is so bad that people are going to review it unfavorably. And the Xbox One did cop a lot of shit for having all those online-only features, but so it should. If we don't like it, we don't fucking like it. We don't have to fucking like what you put in front of us. And if we don't like it, it's your problem. If you want us to buy your shit, make it such that we like it. Don't censor reviews and control information like that. It's disgusting. And the other really bad news I heard about games the other day, although this was kind of always the case, nothing surprising, was that the Wii U has not been doing well lately and is very much... shit. Is that my door? Or am I hearing that in the speakers? Because I am expecting someone. Nah, that's the speakers. Yeah, the Wii U has not been selling as well, and I think they wanted to sell 9 million units. No, their forecast for 2014, they dropped it from 9 million to 2 point something million, which is a huge drop. That's like a fucking 66% drop, 2/3. 2/3 drop. Like they're expecting 1/3, less than 1/3 of what they did before. That's not good, you know. And I have a Wii U. It's a fantastic machine. It's just underutilized. It really is, and it's so easy to highlight what's wrong with it. I mean, first off, the fact that there's no software support for it outside of Nintendo. Third-party developers aren't touching it. The catch-22 is that developers aren't touching it because it's such a small user base, and it's such a small user base because there's no titles for it. Nintendo consoles rely very heavily on Nintendo software. Sony and Microsoft don't really have proprietary IPs, or very many. They're not as reliant on them. But Nintendo are. They're reliant on the Mario and the Zelda and the Smash Brothers and Mario Kart franchises, very much so. And given that all we have at the moment is Nintendo Land, which is kind of more of a demo of what the system can do. It's a very fun game, but it serves more as a demo than anything else. Mario U, New Super Mario Bros. U, which is fun, but nothing innovative. It's just, high def Mario 3, really. It's great fun, but that doesn't mean it's innovative or anything new. There seems to be a green guy over here. Must be over there. We've got Super Mario 3D Land, or whatever the fuck it's called. The names are so fucking confusing. You've got that. and you've got Zelda HD, Zelda Wind Waker HD, which is like a remake. It's not a new game. We're waiting for a new Zelda game, they're waiting for the new Mario Kart 8, they're waiting for Super Smash Bros. U, and they don't have them yet. The system's been out for over, for over a year. We don't have any of this stuff yet. We just don't have it. What are we doing? And, it's disappointing that the system with so much hardware potential, not like in terms of power, but in terms of the gamepad and how it can be used, is just being left alone by developers because there's no support base for it. So that means Nintendo has to pick up their slack, and do it themselves. They should have had at least one of the following. They should have had either Mario 3D Land, which is the new Mario, the new 3D Mario game, as opposed to Mario U, which is a 2D game, or Mario Kart 8 or Smash Bros. U, ready to go when the system was going to be launched. End of story. They didn't have it. They just didn't have it. They didn't have the software to draw people in. They had Nintendo Land, but no one knew what the fuck Nintendo Land was. And Nintendo Land is very fun, especially in multiplayer. I've discussed that before. It's incredibly fun in multiplayer. I've had people over, guests over, and we've played it, and we have heaps of fun. Lots of fun. It's like nothing else I've ever played. All because of the gamepad and the way it's utilized. It's so fucking fantastic. But there's no support for it other than that, and no one knows what Nintendo Land is, so the reliable titles, the titles we know Mario Kart make and that they make well, the Smash Brothers and the Mario Kart, they're not there. So in terms of software, it's very under-supported. In terms of hardware, they fucked up with the name, calling it Wii U. Because what do you got? You got the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was Nintendo's first home game console. There was nothing to compare it to. The Super Nintendo came out after that. It's super. It's clearly an upgrade. It's a whole new thing. Looked totally different. Had different shaped games. Had a different controller. It was different. It was clearly different. I don't know why I'm killing these enemies up here. There's nothing down here. It's clearly different, right? The N64, again, totally different shape, totally different cartridges, totally different shape controller, totally different name, Nintendo 64. It's all about the 64-bit, totally different machine. The GameCube after that, again, totally different. And the NES and the SNES, the NES was, had the thing of, saving the video game crash. The Super Nintendo was kind of piggybacked off the N64, the NES's success. The N64 wasn't as successful because of the PS1, and the GameCube wasn't as successful because of the PS2. Nintendo kind of had their power taken from them by Sony at that point because the PS1, the PS1 and PS2 had the better software support. And I believe the PS1 was released before the N64, and the PS2 was released before the GameCube. So they kind of fucked up there, but they came back with the Wii, and the Wii offered something totally different. Consoles at that time didn't have the motion control stuff. It wasn't there. And it was called the Wii. Again, nothing else was called the Wii. All their consoles at this point, except for the NES and SNES, have had totally different names, and the SNES is clearly an upgrade. It's called the Super Nintendo, it's Super. And all the games had Super in the fucking title. Like half the games, if you get like a ROM set of SNES games, half the games start with S. They're fucking Super something or other. And the Wii, as I said, came along and it was totally different. Didn't have the HD like the PS3 and Xbox 360 did, but it came out, I think the Xbox 360 came out before it, but the Wii came out between the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I can correct that if I'm wrong. But it had the motion control. Totally unique. No other console had that shit. And it was easy to pick up and play, and the casual market picked up on it. There's now a new casual market. Gaming is spreading to the masses now. It's a much bigger thing than it was before. Families are getting in on it, and people who weren't too tech savvy were getting in on it. They could pick up and play these games. They didn't have to be hardcore gamers to understand what was going on. And they took full advantage of it, and it's now the best-selling home console of all time. And now Nintendo have released this thing. The Wii U. It's not the Super Wii, or the Wii 2, or a totally different name. It's the Wii U. And that, in conjunction with the fact that they're advertising it as having the gamepad, people think the fucking gamepad is an add-on for the Wii. Because it's the same color as the Wii. It's white and black. They have a white one and a black one. Guess what colors the Wii comes in? Oh, don't. Ah. I'll fucking meet you back once I got all the things done. God damn it. Seriously? Jeez. All this after I get a driver's license. And I think I'm worthy of driving a car. I can't even drive a fucking... I can't even drive a car in an area where there's no traffic. Ugh. Jeez. I also just noticed you can run over people with it. I didn't know that. Well, I did know that, but I didn't remember it. Well, close enough. I think we only need like 2 more, and this was the one I was going to get, so... This is the last one I got, I think. Shit. The hell? Man. That came out of nowhere. Bastard. Yeah, the Wii U was advertised, and the whole thing was hyped up about having the gamepad. And because the Wii U comes in white and black. There's a white one, the basic model, and the black one, the premium model. And the Wii also comes in white, predominantly white, and there's also black variants of it. People went, oh, it's an upgrade for the Wii. And that's probably one of the reasons why they don't sell the gamepad by itself, because they know people will be dumb enough to actually fucking buy it by itself and then complain to Nintendo when they fucking get home and it doesn't work. Oh, it's the stupidest thing. And, I mean, the hardware being less powerful, people complain about that and say, it can't compete with the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It's not going to be able to do 4K. It can barely do 1080p, and blah 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 blah. It's barely more powerful than the 7th gen consoles. It's technically a 7th gen console because it's not as powerful as the 8th gen console should be. Yada fucking yada. The NES was weaker than the Genesis. I think the SNES was also weaker than the Genesis in some ways. The N64 was in a lot of ways weaker than the PS1. The GameCube was weaker than the Xbox. I think it was stronger than the PS2 though, actually. And that failed them. The Wii was way weaker than the PS3 and Xbox 360 and succeeded. So Nintendo's never been one to rely on power. It's not their game. To make a bad pun. It's not what they do. They rely on software. Right? And they're not totally in the dark. I mean, the people said the 3DS would fail, and that's doing pretty fucking well, let's face it. But this is like, that doesn't mean they aren't in dire straits. Like, their stock value dropped like nearly 20% in one fucking day. That's not good. And their whole home console thing is like crashing and burning before their eyes. So they've got work to do. But they at least have the 3DS going for them with Pokemon and very high sales figures and very good reception and stuff like that. But yeah, the Wii U it's just so many bad decisions on Nintendo's part. I think when Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers come out, and they cannot come out soon enough. I don't know when this year they come out. I'm pretty sure they come out this year at some point. I'll be getting them. Definitely. They'll be amazing. But I think when they do come out, sales should rise a bit, and it'll help. But that's what they gotta wait for. You know, they've got to wait for that.
Over here!
What the?
Pretty cool, huh? It's called a warp pad. Great for running away. Here, I got an extra one.
But yeah, I really wish they could pull it in and have an excellent lineup for the Wii U. The pathetic irony is because, well, not really an irony, but a kind of an incidental thing, is because the Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii and I've got Wiimotes, I've used the Wiimotes that I've got more than the gamepad. I've used my Wii U more as a Wii than a Wii U. It's because the Wii has software and the Wii U doesn't. I've got like 2 Wii U games, 3 if you count New Luigi U as kind of like DLC for Mario U. It is really its own game.
Hey Al, what's up?
Let
see. The neural matrix of this autonomous simulacrum retains an imprint of the template's original psyche embedded at its core level.
You lost me after, let's see.
He means it may be possible to reverse the process.
Dude. What a trip.
Cool, I guess. Al, we recovered a data disk from Nefarious's cruiser. Can you decode it?
Of course. Yes. Ooh. Omega-class asymmetric encryption. Finally, a challenge worthy of my skills. Oh, by the way, we found something interesting in Quark's quarters.
Hey, if it's another crotchetizer, I don't even want to...
It is a Quark vid comic. Specifically, it is episode 5 of the Dr. Nefarious series. But as everyone knows, only 4 issues were ever published. Not even my pals in the Quark Cadets fan club have ever heard of this issue. And those guys are real geeks, if you know what I mean.
I sure do. Thanks, Al. We'll check it out.
That tongue on him is nuts. Yeah, Luigi U is its own game, but apart from that, I've got nothing for it, and I'd love more software for it, but nothing on it like interests me really. I'm there for the Nintendo titles, you know. I didn't buy the thing; I got it as a gift, but I might as well make use of it, you know. I got a 360 for Christmas and got it exchanged for a Wii U because I thought the Wii U would be a better decision. It was a better decision than the 360, but I mean, not at this point, not much better the decision. So yeah, these are the trophies I've got. I think I mentioned the trophy room in the episode before this. I don't know if I've been in here, but the trophies in the back row are like, or the back shelf are trophies you can find like platinum bolts. They're just lying around the world. I don't seem to have many of them. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I think there's some I've still got to find because I haven't made it to those levels yet. There's at least 2 in that respect. I can think of off the top of my head. And the ones in the front row are like for like achievements. So this one over here is for that one is for getting all of doing all the ranger missions, which I just completed. So yeah, I would love more stuff for the Wii U. I'd love to do like a let's play for the Wii U. Like, oh, that's another game that's coming out. DK Tropical Freeze. That's another game that's going to come out for it. Not as big as Mario Kart or Smash Bros, but still a game I'd like to play. It's got such potential because of the gamepad and the various control options and the motion stuff. It's just such potential, and that combined with the Nintendo IPs. And because Nintendo always make quality games, they're really good at software, but they're just fucking this up, and I'd love them to pull it through, but I just can't find the reason to support them financially at this point. So yeah. Anyway, with that said, I will catch you guys later next time for the Quark vidcomic.